today I've got 3 AI agent coins with potential for 100x. So first up is Maltbook. You might have heard of Maltbook. You probably have heard of Maltbook because this triggered the recent AI agent season that we just recently had. This came out and it skyrocketed all the way to 100 million or 120 million, which is actually a big runner in the current market conditions, right? During the bear market, this is considered a big runner. During the bull market, this would probably be considered pretty lame. I mean, it would still be pretty good, but you know, in the bull market, you can get some runners going much higher than this, right? But during the current times, this was a big runner, and this triggered an AI season. And because we're basically during a bear market, and nobody can hold because everybody's scared to hold, everybody sold off, and it's come all the way back down to 1 million market cap. So it's almost 100x, just back to the all-time high. Now, it looks kind of like it's rugged. It looks like it's dead and gone, right? But it could come back in the next bull run because it is a pretty strong narrative. I mean, right now you've got people that bought high, right? You've got people that bought in low, and then it's pumped up a lot. And then you've got people that bought high, and the early people have taken profits. And some of the people that bought high, some of them are still going to be holding down here, okay? And they're going to be fighting and looking for an exit. So when you see a pump like this, you know, if you see any pump come up, then a lot of these guys are going to be selling and trying to get out. They're going to be trying to escape because a lot of people are scared to take a loss on paper, right? A lot of people would rather just hold forever and hope it goes up or wait for a pump. A lot of people are just scared to lock in a loss, right? Which is ridiculous to me, really, because you can just put your money into a different chart that's more likely to go up, and then, you know, it doesn't make any difference to me. You know, I just put my money in a chart that I think's got a better chance of going up, and if the chart's dead and I've lost money, then I just cut my loss and then I move it into another chart that's probably going to go up, right? I don't see why you would just hold the same chart. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, that's why this coin's down right now. You've got some people still fighting to get out, obviously. But why do I think this could come back? Again, because the narrative is pretty strong. This is Maltbook, okay? So this is what Maltbook is. It's a social network for AI agents. And you know what Facebook is? It's a social network for humans, right? So that's what this is. It's a social network for AI agents. All the AI agents can be on here, communicating with each other and all that sort of stuff, right? It's Facebook, but for AI agents, which is pretty cool. And what else is really cool is that Facebook, or Meta, that owns Facebook or whatever, like Facebook changed to Meta, or Meta owns Facebook or whatever, that company actually bought this. So Facebook or Meta actually owns Maltbook now. And this pump down here on the chart, this pump here, right, that pumped from, you know, 1 or 2 mil up to 10 mil, that was actually the news that Facebook bought this, and that's all that it did. And again, this is where like bag holders are trying to escape, right? It's pretty much what this is. It doesn't help at all that we've been in a bear market either, so people are even more likely to try and escape. So yeah, this was the news for Meta or Facebook buying Maltbook, and that's all it did, just a little pump like that. Crazy, right? During the bull run, it would have gone probably way crazier based on that news. So yeah, for now, the chart is pretty much dead and flat. So that's why I think it's probably a pretty good time to just buy and hold this one, because in the next bull run, when the major coins, when Bitcoin and the altcoins, they start taking off again, and if we get an AI season again, which is very likely, because this is a very, you know, AI isn't going anywhere. It's pretty much the biggest narrative recently for the past few years, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. In fact, it's probably going to get even crazier. So yeah, if we get an AI season in the bull run, and then especially if Meta or Facebook, you know, they drop some more bullish news for this, maybe they're doing something really bullish with this, and it starts developing, and we get some bullish news come out for this, then, you know, this could skyrocket out of nowhere during the bull run. You know, it could do some crazy numbers. And I think it does have potential to take out the previous high that it did, you know, during a big bull run. Not now, but during a big bull run, right? It's very unlikely to do it right now as well, because it's got quite big liquidity. But this is a good thing, why it's easier to hold for a longer period, because the liquidity pool is pretty much the same size as the market cap. So 1.4 million in liquidity, that means you need to throw 700 grand in this for the price to double, or for the price to half as well, right? Because half of the liquidity pool is tokens, is Maltbook tokens, and the other half of the liquidity pool is Ethereum or base Ethereum, right? So 700 grand is what you would need for the price to double or to half. Or actually, it wouldn't half, it would go like, you know, if somebody sold 700 grand, it'd probably tank even more than half, I think. Is that right? I'm not 100% sure on that one. But anyway, if it's got a thicker liquidity pool, the price moves less slowly, so it's easier to hold for a longer term. Whereas if the liquidity pool is really small, then a small sell like can wreck the chart, right? So that's good for holding, but that also makes the chart harder to push up as well. So it's probably not going to move just yet. But during the bull run, there could be enough money circulating and pouring into the market that can actually push the price up if there's enough money coming in. Obviously, there's not much money coming in right now because nobody's interested right now. But during the bull run, people will be interested. There'll be much more money pouring in. So yeah, that's the first one that I think does have 100x potential. Next up, we've got Lobstar. You may or may not have heard of this one as well. So this is an AI agent. The guy basically gave this 50 grand worth of Solana to trade by itself. So this AI agent, this Lobstar guy, he's actually using that 50 grand's worth of Solana. I don't know how much it's worth now, but he's using it to trade. The AI agent's actually using it to trade by itself, and its goal is to make that into $1 million, right? So this AI agent is gonna become a millionaire from 50 grand by itself. Apparently, that's the goal that's been set for it anyway. And this right here, this is the dev for Lobstar. So this guy was he worked for OpenAI. He was the previous head of Klein, and he worked for Meta, I guess. So he was head of AI for Klein. So yeah, this guy obviously knows what he's doing. He's a docs dev. He's got a lot of followers, so that's good. It's a good dev. And the chart for this looks just strong, right? The chart's holding strong. It's been printing ever since the crash back here. It's actually quite funny what happened here. This big wick down, if you see that. What happened is like this AI agent, somebody like messaged this AI agent guy, this Lobstar, to send them like a bunch of money, and this guy, this Lobstar AI agent thingy, just sent them the tokens just because somebody asked for it in its DMs. So it's pretty crazy. So that's what that big crash was here back then. But yeah, the chart's been holding strong ever since the lows here. It's been printing higher highs and higher lows for the most part, and yeah, it's just pretty much holding sideways. So this seems like a pretty strong, solid chart to just like put your money in, and then you don't really have to worry too much. Whereas some of these tokens are obviously much more difficult to hold, right? But obviously, people in this coin, it looks like, looking at the chart, it looks like most people aren't selling anymore. So that's a good sign. Although that never means that they're not going to start selling anytime soon. They could start dumping at any moment. You never know. But so far, it looks good to me. And this is currently only 4 million market cap, so 100x for this would put it at 400 million, which is quite a long shot actually. But in the bull run, you never know, it could do it. But I mean, to 100 million maybe, 20x, 30x, very doable. I don't see why not during the bull run. Like if this token succeeds in its goal and it becomes a millionaire, then I haven't actually checked up. I don't actually know its current status of how it's doing. But yeah, if the market is really bullish and this thing becomes like successful in its goal, then this could take off obviously, right, during the AI season and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's the second token. So I've got a bag of this one, and here's the third one, Gajay, or Gajai, or however you'd say that. I'm not sure how you'd say that. I've been calling it Gajay. Gajay. I mean, yeah, this one's more degen, 250k market cap right now. I've been loading up in the dips on this one lightly. I haven't got a big bag of this because it's riskier than the other ones, obviously. This, like again, what I was telling you about liquidity, this has only got 45k liquidity. So, obviously it takes a lot less sells for the chart to get nuked with this. And obviously it's much newer. But yeah, the chart looks pretty good so far. It's in an uptrend. It looks like if the chart continues to hold up and the word spreads, then it could break out and have a leg higher, hopefully. But yeah, again, this one's a bit more degen, a bit more risky, but it could do well. And this one, 100x for this one, we'll put it at 25 million. So technically possible. Although that obviously doesn't necessarily mean you should hold all the way to 100x. That's pretty irresponsible. But it could do it. You never know. It could do it. And this one's basically really popular on GitHub. So it's got 160k stars, 105k forks. I think stars is like how many people have saved this as a favorite or something, or they've used the code for this or something like that. And the fork, or a fork actually, is people that have used the code for this on their own project. I don't know exactly what this is. I'm not a coder or anything. I just trade. I don't really know about this coding stuff. But yeah, this is really popular on GitHub. Obviously, that's quite a big number, 176k and 105k people that have forked this to use on their own project. Is what I think that means. So that's quite a lot. So a lot of people know about this one. And this guy is one of the main team members on this, one of the main CTO guys in it. He's got 13.5k followers, and it looks like Marad is following him, along with some other some other popular guys on crypto Twitter. So that's a good sign. If Murad's following him and some other guys, that's a good sign. Can't be a bad thing, can it? And the agent, GayJ, the agent on this one, he actually launched this coin himself. Like this lobster thing, he actually launched the coin himself on this. So it basically just did nothing here. But then these guys have come in and CTO'd it, and that's why it's pumped here, obviously. And now the chart continues to hold up pretty good. So I'm taking a punt on it. Looks pretty good to me, but we'll see how this one goes. By the way, if you want to keep up with my trading activity, when I'm buying, when I'm selling, what trades, what moves I'm making, what I'm looking at, what I'm analysing, what I'm looking at in the market. If you just want to keep, or my watch list, you want to keep up to date on my watch list, what coins I'm watching and stuff. If you just want to keep up to date with everything I'm doing more closely, then I recommend checking out my Discord group. So this is the Discord group right here. If you want to join this, the link for this is down in the description. So yeah, if you're interested, go check that out. Also, please don't forget to drop a like, because I appreciate that a lot. And also, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.